Hi YouTube. How are you? Welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. We are working on the interlude. There are some things I want to do first. I have some stamina that I want to spend. I have been building characters in the background. I think I'm working on Linksha. Not Linksha, Fugue. I need yeah, I need more of like these things. So I guess we're gonna do like, let's do 150 here roughly and 150 at the other place, and I'm gonna level some things up, and
Getting to fight alongside the
then we'll
great
start the
general.
we'll start the thing. I've been really liking this interlude. I've been excited to get back into it.
May song bring us victory, harmony and unison. Stars echo.
Coldstorm TV, welcome to the chat. There's also someone else who have to welcome to the chat. Not Broken Abyss. It was Asian Persimmon. Hi, welcome. We're playing Honkai Star Rail today. We play Wizard 101 on Wednesdays and Thursdays, but it's like a watch party. If you like anime and you just like chatting for a few hours, you want me on in the background or something, this is a really great time. But Honkai Star Rail is a pretty big story, so I always have to give some context to the girls who jump in into the deep end with us. You want to try this team? It looks fun. I've been using it, Comet.
Yeah.
You need to get stronger.
Never hesitate. Mountains.
I mean, Faye and what's her name? Yun Li? They're both like kind of solo, right? Like they're like single target? All behind. Y'all, I know there's a lot of really good music coming out lately, but this song, like the new song that's like actually like made itself into my rotation, has been that new Lisa track with Ray and Doja. I like it. It gives like very like classic like disco pop, but Doja's verse like is really sick. And like the rest of the song, like Lisa and Ray, they fill the song very well too, and like it hits like a climax, like a peak with Doja, and it just like stays up there, and it's really fun. I love it. If you ult right before they go,
Be of your body and mind.
then her ult will be more powerful. Oh, like ult right before they take their turn.
Victory is inevitable.
Oh, I see.
Melt. See through clouds.
I see. Okay, it's a count. I see. It's like a counter. I got you. That's cool. Is she able to get aggro on her, or will she block all incoming attacks? Yeah, it was cool seeing like the hits register. Her ult taunts. Oh, that's cool.
Stars echo.
So you could you run like 3 supports and then 1 Yun Li and just make her really, really strong? It didn't go good, Josu? Well, that's okay. You at least did it. Hi.
Time to cleanse the filth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
It's good to practice discernment with things. If it wasn't giving you a good vibe, then you dodged a bullet. Yun Li is usually used as a hyper carry. Just keep yourself open, you know. You'll find a spot eventually. I've known people who, you know, found really good things after pretty tumultuous job hunting. Broken Abyss, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Okay, let's move over to another thing. I did those, so let's do some of these. Oh, I think maybe I could buy these. Let's see, let's see, let's see. What do they look like? It's the branches. Let's see if I've bought any branches. These things are always such a hurdle for me because I don't really know how to effectively farm these like sort of drops. I've been doing simulated universe every now and then when I have time, but it doesn't. I would like to target the drop, you know. I think I bought all the branches. Yeah, I think I bought them. Oh no no no, I didn't. Okay. Lucky me, lucky me, lucky me. Let's see if there's any blue ones. I don't see any blue ones. I can buy some of these though. And I know Robin needs these. Simulated Universe will definitely help you build them up. Try assignments too. Okay. I mean, I haven't even like, with this game, I've been so focused on the story. I haven't even like looked up any information online on like how people effectively farm things. There's so many systems I don't know, but I'm learning slowly. Okay. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm not trying to like max everything out today, but I have been just trying to whittle away at this over time. Sorry, we have that. That's the wrong thing. It's this one. We have to make more of these. Not to trauma it up, but Yunli patch, I learned I was bipolar because I'm a manic episode, and I dropped so much to get pretty much every character in their Lycone. Diva's medicated now, though. Hey, I wonder what I've done in manic episodes. I've never really been able to go get diagnosed for things, but I'm pretty sure I've had a manic episode. I think a lot of people have these days. Okay. You're not really living life until you've wailed on a game at least once. Thankfully, I did my crazy stuff, spending all of my like teenager money on video games when I could get it. So I learned my lessons early. Let's do speed, and then I guess I'll do basic attack. Hey, we finished Fugue. Okay. So now we have to do Fei. Lady Gaga's impact made Fawn go back to being black-haired, and I live for it. You know what, Josu? You're the first person who's either clocked it or has been brave enough to clock it. But you know what? I don't care. If I see someone who's doing a hairstyle or a hair color and I really like it, I want to do it too. Who cares? It's fun.
Too slow. I can go even faster.
The older I get, the more I realize that these impulses won't go away, so you might as well just do it. Okay, so I still have 120, so let's do some of these.
Miss Lingsha, please let me.
Oh, Yunli has a Lingsha line?
Harmony and unison. Stars echo.
It was kind of cosmic though. I didn't do it because I saw it. What happened was I wanted to go back dark anyway, and I was like trying to find like a nice dark brown dye, and then I saw what I saw, and I said, you know what, we're going jet black. It was the thing that pushed me. Hi Simon. Oh, Starry Jags, I'm happy to hear. It was good, wasn't it? By the way, for the girly pops watching the VOD, I know somebody left a comment saying, please do the Lantern Rite stuff. I finished it all today after my hike. I got the new 4-star, I got the costume, I got a bunch of Prima Gems, and
Everything in this
I'm
world
happy.
is bleeding.
Grinding to strengthen your characters. Umbra, I'm spending some of the stamina that I have today before we start the intermission, the interlude. I've been slowly working on them. I wish I had the strength to experiment with my hair, but literally everyone tells me not to. I got the feeling the first time I bleached my hair, I was about... Actually, I bleached my hair when I was like 15, 16, and that was like full on yellow. I did it again when I was like 19, and then I went like pink, and then I went like other colors, and it turned into like a big hodgepodge of different colors. But honestly, that's just such a freeing era. Anybody who's ever done that, that's such a freeing era, just like with fried hair and rainbow colors. And this recent time I did it, it was actually, I was very proud of the color. I think I did a really good job for an amateur job. The only thing that's tough about bleaching hair, especially if you have dark hair naturally, is the upkeep. Having the roots grow in to a certain point is really cute, but then you have to get to a point where you have to do the roots, and then it's like, it's really rough doing it by yourself. But if you have like healthy hair, if you have like good hair genetics, and your hair grows at a pretty decent rate, and like you want to experiment with it, I say try it. But it can turn out bad. So I always tell myself, anytime I do something experimental with my hair or my look, I always tell myself, look, at the end of all this, if it ends up being weird, you have to commit. You have to commit. The envelopes were really cute, Comet. And the, you said Puyo Puyo, the Tetris thing? It was kind of tough in some parts. It was pretty fun. I liked it. Obviously, my favorite was Noelle. There were some that I kind of skipped through, like Chevreau. I was like, girl, I just put a bunch of stuff down. I was like, hurry up. But with Noelle, I made it very special. Right, Nacreus. No, that's exactly what it was. When like I bleached my brows and my hair, I did not want it to go that bright. I wanted it to be like a kind of darker, more beige, cool tone blonde. It just went nearly platinum, and I just told myself, I was like, well, we got to commit to it. And I think it looked pretty cool. Like once I sort of like settled into it, I think it started looking pretty cool. And we'll go blonde again one day, but blonde me is like a short era. It always has been. Okay. Aventurine moment. Maybe Aventurine was like slowly rubbing off on my subconscious. Okay. I always do Faye last because she's so strong, but I'm always excited when I get to finally do her in my team. So if I can hurry up and finish her maybe within this week, that means I can start trying to work on a second team, because I really want to work on a second team. Okay. Let's see if we can buy these blocks. Blocks and gears. Blocks and gears. We need blocks and gears and bullets. Bullets and blues. I have to say things in my head so I remember it. Blocks and gears and bullets and blues. Abracadabra. Box and gears and bullets and blues. Box. Blues. I'm out. I spent it all. I thought that I had so much of this. I spent it all. Okay, well. This is the free-to-play lifestyle, girl. You think that you're riding high on a big reserve of materials? You're not. You're not. You're not. You never will be. You never are the girl you think you are. Time to start doing assignments. I don't know what those are. I finally stopped dyeing my hair compulsively and it's getting back to its natural red, but between Fawn and Gaga, the temptation to dye it black is growing. Zachary, let it rest, girl, let it rest. I'm letting my hair rest for a minute. I honestly really like the jet black, but because my hair is so naturally dark, I can just let the roots grow in, and it'll be pretty unclockable. Okay, well, this is what I've got. This is what I've got. Let's do the ultimate. That's it. That's all I can do. All right, Faye, you'll have to wait another time. Let's start this quest. Actually, no. Let's see if we can do some pulls and then we'll start the quest because I know Miss Girl is here. Hi, Ellie. Assignments is like expeditions in Genshin. They're in the pause menu. It's just a passive wait 20 hours to get materials. Oh, like retainers in 14. Maybe I don't have it unlocked. Top right? Oh, thank you. That is silly. I didn't even know that this was a thing. I should have been doing this. Oh my god. Okay, well, we need this. For each character of the recommended paths dispatched, a bonus reward will be given at the end of the assignment. Okay. Can I do multiple? I don't need those. I guess I could do the trees. You can do 4. I don't need those. You need root out of the turpitude. It looks like Faye's stuff isn't there, but maybe Simulated Universe will help me out there. Everything else I don't think I really need. But I need 4, so let's just... I always use these as trash, so... Actually, no. Let's use one that we can, like, really build up. Yeah. Just stuff that we can, you know, use for other things. Okay. Did I think I still have one more. I think one of them I didn't confirm. Yeah, I didn't confirm one of these. Hi, Alessandro. You can also go to the other tab in the middle. One has gold and leveling material. I think I'm pretty stocked up on that, but I say that, and, you know, I'm gonna start trying to level stuff up and be like, what's going on? Okay, let's pull for this summoner girl here. I really hope I get her. Do we have any standards? We have 2. 2 warm-up standards. I never get a 5-star here. Right, comment. Like, I end up... They all are, like, transferable, you know? You have 4K of each material? I haven't done a trial yet, no. The standard... because you can't get deal. No, I was playing Genshin yesterday and this morning, and I was like, man, I want to get back into character building, but I have to stay focused. Okay. I do eventually want Boot Hill. I do eventually want Boot Hill, but not yet. It's okay, Starry. If you're skipping her, that means that the universe still has one more extra for me. No, Paz, probably not, but I do want the character. I'll eventually get to that point. I have so many characters I need to build. Like, the first character I need to build after I finish out catching up all my team to my equilibrium is Kimiyoko. This influencer girl, this is my C2 of her, isn't it? She shares a voice actor with Aglaya. Okay. One day I'll build up my Arlecchino. One day. Davu, welcome. Hi. Okay, here's the 10 pulls. I'm only on like what, 17 or something. But I always save my pulls for stream, so. Okay, I'm not actually mad at Hanya because y'all know I like Hanya. That's cool, okay. Landu's choice. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I like Hanya. Yeah, she's cool. She's a cool character. Okay, Hanya said, hey, bro. Let's do that again. Thank you to whoever donated those pools. That one was probably you. That was probably your luck that you sent me. Girl, not the Moe's card. Okay. I know there's some Moe's fans in chat. I know that it's fine. But it ain't no Han UC3. Okay. I'm actually, that's kind of exciting.
In the obscure prophecy of Dream,
I'm gonna put her and Aglaya together. This is my team that I'm gonna make out of them without any understanding of the meta. It's gonna be Aglaya with Hanyu. The Herta and no, there's not enough. There's not enough. It's gonna be Hanyu, the Herta, Aglaya, and Herta. Okay, let's play this game. Asta's good with Aglaya? Okay. Y'all know I like Asta because she's one of, we already discussed this, she's one of the fragments of Mio in the HSR universe. Is this F2P with microtransactions? It's me playing F2P and then I'm doing stuff and then suddenly somebody donates something, so I guess I'm pay to win against my will. Oh, you're talking about this game? Yes, this game is free to play with microtransactions. My account is supposed to be free to play.
Toxic voice
in
sounds
concept.
familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Aurum Alley?
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable ways. But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
I'm hearing you.
I forgot why we were
clear.
coming here.
I'm thinking clear, and my answer
I'm sure it'll
is
come back to me.
clear. Not a chance. Keep detaining my cargo, and I'll file a complaint directly with your general.
What's everyone arguing about? Like, what?
Don't think you can possibly convince me. Huh? Why are you here? Staying on the Cienjo, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the Artisanship Commission?
Oh yeah, I'm here to help Yanqing sort out stuff that, I mean, this IPC nerd is obviously bothering you. You want me to beat him up?
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused by the Skyfaring Commission.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing.
I honestly don't
I was
remember
sent
him.
here to deal with the IPC protest, Miss Shikwe. What's going on here?
He's one of the girls, but with a terrible personality.
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed
Okay,
to
thank you,
bring it back
Undyne.
to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard her mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Luofu before? Why did you come back?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from the hold.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady
Look at the
craftsmen.
eyeliner behind the
It's
glasses.
obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology.
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Yeah, and like everyone's talking about Snatch, but the only one snatched around here is me, or it might be March too, and we are both just showed up, so.
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Luofu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked?
Why is his
items
waist
sitting
snatch? He's
here?
wearing a meal corset.
I understand. But
Meal
you
bodycon.
don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict. Without further inspection, there is no way for the Skyfaring Commission to release the cargo.
Like yesterday, for me, voice acting for 3 hours, I thought that I was sounding like GQE here. That's what I thought I was giving.
Oh, really?
That's what I was trying to
Fine.
give.
If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your
Thank you for the
business.
meal boost, Small
I'm
and B.
filing a complaint against the Skyfaring Commission's ridiculous regulations.
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to
Ooh,
persuade.
these caffeine withdrawals are hitting me, girl.
Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the
fix.
IPC.
I need my fix. Mr. Scott seems tired. I really don't want to have a vicious conversation with the IPC. Leave it to me. I'm an expert negotiator.
I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since you've dealt with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
Sorry, someone in chat asked me to serve face for a second.
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us back our cargo.
At the end of the negotiation, oh my god, y'all, I have to negotiate with this guy. This is gonna be fun. Okay, let's get into it. During your negotiation turn, you can use negotiation strategies to apply various negotiation techniques. Okay, I gotta get back into my, okay. I have to remember that one meal class I took at Meal University. It was about business meetings. Okay.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Xianzhou Alliance IPC Trade Consensus, the Alliance and IPC shall never infringe on each other's intellectual property rights.
I don't think that he's intimidated by Yanqing. I'm gonna go. He seems a little bit. He seems like the type of person that can resonate by something a little bit more lowbrow. I'm gonna try to make him uncomfortable.
I didn't expect to see you again, Mr. Scott. We had such fun in Arum Alley last time. It seems our paths are destined to cross once more.
I remember what you did in that back alley.
Stop pretending we're friends. If I could actually beat you, I'd punch you in the face. So, are you guys gonna resolve this problem? Or are you just gonna let this clown put on a show here?
Let's just pretend we don't know her, Dan Heng.
Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable, beyond your wildest imagination. If anything goes wrong, you won't be able to pay for it even with your lives.
Okay.
Don't underestimate Xianzhou technology. Even if they need to dismantle your cargo, the Artisanship Commission can easily put it back together.
Yeah, go ahead and brag about their skills.
Okay. I want to beat him up. Who is this guy?
But I'm different. I'm an IPC member, and my fleet has accepted this transportation order. Naturally, I need to be responsible for the integrity of every piece of cargo. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
Oh my god. Well, you know what, IPC people? You guys are boring. All you talk about is business and corporate talk. And, like, you're living in the universe. Why are you so obsessed with being Walmart? Like, the universe is so big and you're sitting here talking about drones? Like, what's going on?
Huh? Could you repeat? Your logic is too confusing for anyone to follow. Maybe you should learn the art of communication from a monkey before you continue spouting nonsense? Can you give us an exact amount, Mr. Scott? If there's any damage after the inspection, the Express... the Skyfaring Commission will compensate you.
The Skyfaring Commission. Yeah, they will compensate you, provided a detailed report of the damage is submitted.
I don't doubt the financial strength of the Skyfaring Commission. However, this is not just about money. Besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to inspect the cargo, shouldn't you at least call in a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
Since the Intelligentsia Guild entrusted the cargo to the IPC for transportation, it's the IPC's responsibility to ensure its safety, right? Why would you need a member of the Intelligentsia Guild to be present?
Let me tell you something. As stated in Article
This is
17
hard.
of
Is
the
this how
IPC
Ace
Building
Attorney
Material
is? I couldn't
Logistics
play Ace
Department
Attorney.
Transport Agreement Law,
I have never been so
subsequent to
focused
the
on this
dispatch
game.
of goods and during their transit, all risks, save for those pertaining to the transportation safety, shall be the sole liability
No.
of the consignor. Well, only protect the integrity of the goods. And
I don't
prevent
like this
anyone with ill
guy.
intentions from getting their hands on them, for example. As for whether the cargo itself poses a security threat to the destination, that's not our responsibility. it appears we have reached an area beyond your expertise, doesn't it?
I don't like
Complexity
trying
of
to
legal
learn to speak this
studies
guy's
are indeed
language because I don't
challenging.
find him interesting.
We both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Xianzhou operate, right? As an IPC worker, I have to abide by its regulations. If I make an exception and allow you to inspect the cargo, it'll spell disaster for me.
This is like trying to talk to somebody about Marvel Rivals and you say you use a character that isn't meta according to a YouTube video. And they're like, well, actually, okay, can I beat him up? Is there like an option to beat him up?
I understand that you're trying to stick to the IPC regulations,
Moon
and
Knight.
that's commendable, Mr. Scott. But what you fail to see is that this argument is tarnishing the
There's an event that
IPC's
lets you beat him up and give him
reputation on the
diarrhea.
Xianzhou.
That's the next content that we'll be doing.
If this conflict with the Skyfaring Commission escalates, it won't just make things difficult for your business, but it'll also have an impact on your career down the line.
Of course, I never wanted conflict with the Xianzhou. Like I said, all I wanted was to retrieve the cargo and be done with it, but they just refused to let us go.
I guess that was a successful
Well,
negotiation.
you guys sure know how to argue your case.
Whew. I gotta... Okay.
Fine. I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that, I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters.
I did get a C in the MEO negotiation classes. That's why I normally work on the ideas department. I do ideas, I do modeling. I don't really do a lot of the
So, Mr.
negotiation
Scott,
and stuff
are
like
you
that.
just stalling for time and planning to leave the Xianzhou as soon as your ship is repaired? To avoid...
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Feixiao, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu.
Could she be?
Yes, Don Hung. Yes, she is iconic, and you're gay, so you like her.
Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou Zhuming.
And like, why does she look just like me too? You know? Like, why does she look just...
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so I came myself. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
I'm happy to get some links to development. This is actually going to be a really cool interlude. There's a lot of characters that I
Why are
use
you
very
being
often
so
that
nice
are
all of a sudden?
finally getting story.
Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
She said,
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have
Comment.
sidestepped that altercation just now.
Your Honda Civic, welcome to the chat. I'm happy to provide you background noise for work. Happy to know that you are not at work right now. Everyone welcome in another YouTube girly, Your Honda Civic.
Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo. According to the import and export regulations signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47 years?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While
I don't
you
think
may
she's
not
fully
care about
human,
time,
Nacreus.
I do. I'll be demanding
So
double
maybe that's why
compensation
she's
from
got
the
big
Skyfaring
hands.
Commission for every minute wasted.
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr. Scott...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for, right?
Thanks, bro.
Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Bro, just do the inspection.
This lady is really something else.
Oh, you know somebody's iconic when March doesn't have anything smart to say.
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Wait, it's like a mech version of those Borisines. When an ally inflicts with Terror Grip, attacking the caster of Terror Grip once can dispel Terror Grip. Oh, okay. When Terror Grip ends, if the caster of Terror Grip is not attacked to dispel Terror Grip. How many times am I going to say Terror Grip? Then the affected ally will fall into the terrified state and be... Okay, I got you. It's a fear
Well,
mechanic.
how unexpected.
Am I not
That
using
was
my
a
team?
surprise.
I'm using my other team. Oh my god. Can I... Let's just do it. I think I'll be okay.
Lead all together.
Oh,
Get stronger.
jeez. I didn't even notice that.
The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding. Night. Stars echo. Welcome to my
Fangs and claws got dull.
renew your
There's a lineup change button at the bottom left. Where in the world is Fugue? Maybe it's too late once you start the battle. But I think yeah, we won.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving. I swear on the Amber Lord.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guests to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm
He's
on
going to
it.
jail.
Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
He's going straight to jail.
Our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. Just like the craftsman feared. I can't even tell if it's
Throw away the
ingenium
key.
or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
Are they using... is the IPC using Borisines and turning them into mechs? That's
I'll
like really
take some samples
weird.
for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology? Perhaps they're trying to create a
Oh,
new
okay. Thank you,
weapon?
Asian Penguin.
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borisin attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the 10 Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this.
Genova's nachos.
According to our rules, all
Tenshi,
prisoners
hi.
and weapons involving
Welcome to the
dangerous
chat. Thank
creatures
you so
must
much.
be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Luofu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd be this tricky. Thanks for your help, Miss Lingsha.
Yang Qing is kind of giving Tails the Fox the more I get to know
I
him.
should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yanqing to be so...
Girly pop.
Huh? As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Luofu
Hi,
from
Froggy.
that crisis. It's so impressive.
It wasn't a big deal. Really.
It's still early, so why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission? We can discuss your suggestions for revitalizing the commission.
I'd be happy to accept your invitation.
And you three are coming too, right?
Yep, once I fix my party. Ooh. Okay. I guess this isn't really exploration, it's just like sort of sequences of cutscenes. Okay. It's really funny because like I was playing Robin this whole time and literally these three characters, I liked them and I pulled for them. And they're all part of this interlude, and I had I still don't know anything about Fugue or Faye. And I just now saw Lingsha, and I've been playing these characters for like so long. Let's go shopping. Do you guys have any meal products? Do you guys have any meal products? Do you guys have any meal products? Oh, a meal recipe. Oh, meal detox pills. Meal Marrow Fusion, Meal Dragon Scale Corals, as well as Meal Tiandong. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
I'm here to pay my respects to the
All these years, and the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same. For us,
Love Meal
Vidyadhara,
Tiandong.
there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
You're a Luofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission. It's kinda sad, isn't it? Everything changes but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung, I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the familiar scenery brings back a hint of nostalgia.
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations
She has
for
a very
thousands
nice
of years.
cadence.
And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn, it's only natural for everyone to feel uneasy.
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, it'll eventually sprout and bear fruit, in my humble opinion. The rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality.
Why this serious topic all of a sudden? I thought we were gonna get tea, girl. I already beat up the Ambrosial
Well,
Arbor.
Since you went through the entire Ambrosial Arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Heng and Lieutenant Yan Qing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
Bye, Juju.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen
Yeah,
by
Pokemon's
the
about to come back
Alliance
at full
to
force.
come
I'm
in
excited.
and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission. Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, even though I'm a
Let me read that again. Okay, I got you.
Videodaran like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't really say much about a remedy.
That'll be fun, Comet. Sword and Shield were really good.
I do have the Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Linksha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years. If you're determined to root them out, maybe you should discuss it with the General.
Oh, Shiesty, this whole community, like, my content and like the reason why I become a full-time content creator is because I make so much Pokemon content. So Shiesty, Pokemon will be coming back in full force, and we're a very welcoming community. So if you want to get into Pokemon, when like the games start coming out, if they look interesting, you know who to come hang with.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights.
Hi,
While the Lux
Rai.
arrow from the rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Just like how the cloud...
Sorry, y'all. Y'all know me. I'm a baby when I feel like under the weather, and this caffeine withdrawal is like really getting me. While the Lux arrow in the rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the Ambrosial Arbor, it can't sever mortals' desire to prolong their existence. Okay.
Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the Arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end, she was framed and exiled to the Juming. I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu.
So she was like banished. I feel like someone not familiar with Pokemon in this community is like finding a full odds shiny, and by that I mean you're very rare. We love to see. Oh, Shiesty, that's cool. Well, I'm happy to know that you enjoy all the content. I try to keep it quite varied. I like all kinds of video games, but being in like an algorithmic space, you know, you tend to like get put into little avenues and niches, but it's really cool. That's my favorite. To be able to like, you know, play different
And
games.
guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
What?
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself.
There must be a reason.
Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Lingsha, you're back! Ugh, I've been waiting ages for you.
Yunli, why aren't you with your grandpa?
Oh, not her giving
What
him
brings you
the
to the Alchemy
side
Commission?
eye.
Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
What a small world. You stole my sword. Give
These
it
two
back.
little divas are always going at each other.
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword. It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming. But you're
Ooh.
not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
He
look
said
at this
at the end of the day
flying
you're a thief.
Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story.
Fine. You don't have to give it back because I'll take it back myself.
They are fighting. So is this the war dance?
Between
Because
these two, who do you think is tougher, Don Hung? Don't get me wrong. I'm just curious.
Get ready to separate them.
Attenzione,
It is
pickpockets.
my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs anything, I'll gladly draw my sword and help her out.
It's so heartwarming to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
Let's go.
Ever
I did,
since the
yeah, I did
disciples of
say that.
Sanctus
I did
Medicus
say that
were
Young Teen kind of
eradicated,
feels like
the
Tails the Fox to
experimental
me.
abominations
A little
have been
bit.
festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within 15 minutes wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
I like Yun Li. She's a really good comedic break in this story. 'Cause she always has these little quips. Okay.
Ugh. Looks like my. Let me say it again. The one who kills the most abominations within 15 minutes wins. Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each other.
Can we start now, Lingsha?
I hope for an end to strife in the world.
When Yunli takes action, she uses attacks to the beginning first. The number of enemies defeated by Yunqi and Yunli is reported here. It's kind of exciting. I'm kind of warming up to Yangqing. Solstice Sing. Okay, I see.
Resonate all together.
How many can you block? Blade and flight!
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to his sword to actually have some skill.
Unite our goals.
At the end of the day, the Ya squad will be carrying
Body
this.
and mind.
Time for sword play.
But Yangqing's cute.
Through clouds! You've got style with those
Oh.
moves, but you're not striking where it counts. It's such a shame to see you misuse your sword like that.
The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
Yeah, Yunli shut me up real quick.
Strike with heart.
It's okay. It's okay.
Welcome to the chat, Ikomi. They are fierce. I love them. I'm excited to learn more about them in this quest. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Clouds
Boom.
scattered. Dreams of a.
Boom.
Let us dance once more.
Then we're gonna go like
Blade and
this.
flight!
Then we're gonna go like
Of your body
this.
and mind. Face off.
Then we're gonna do this and this and
Doors
this.
echo.
Practice is over. Swords descend.
I like Yangqing. I like Yangqing.
Strike with heart.
I need to remember to stop going after those wolves because they do the action advance.
Unite our goals.
Yeah. Stand to earth.
Time for sword play.
Feel the fire deep within. You're the key to where my trust begins. Join my dream, it's just the right time. Leave it
Sorry,
all
I was reading something. With the Robin singing in the background as I like space out.
Dream vanished.
Time to cleanse the filth. The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
I win, Miss Yunli.
Unrelated, but I flipped the Minecraft map upside down and the girls found out our server is perfectly shaped like Gardevoir upside down. No way. That's cool.
You got lucky.
Why don't you
Can you
just
imagine
give
getting
me
hired
back
to
my
voice act
sword,
not one but two standard
sincerely
characters?
apologize, and then
Regardless
go
worse
cry
in the
your
game.
eyes out to your grandpa.
That sounds like something. That sounds like my fate.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
Ooh. I like these two. I want to see them fight all the time. This is This is cool. Yeah, at the end of the day, Yun Li kind of is always going to gag Yang Qing, but I love Yang Qing's fighting style. She said,
Well fought, my young friends.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And that's the Yas Squad right there. A lot of people have been telling me you need to go AoE. Go AoE. Why is Faye the only single target character in your party? Right here. I was just thinking, I love that like wuxia style, like floating on the swords type of combat that Yang Qing does. And I was like, man, I hope that there's an MMO that comes out or some sort of RPG that comes out that has that fighting style, or a character in a Hoyoverse game that comes out. But the swords are like pink and they have like butterfly wings on the hilt. You get the concept? It'd be like Psylocke meets Yang Qing type of moment. Yeah.
However, both of
So
you have
Psylocke, yeah.
shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the Alchemy Commission, of all places. Well, the Luofu is never short of surprises.
Me, I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. Passerby, if you will. I like Faye.
However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
They are so mesmerized by her Coco Montree's blue contacts by Mio.
Grudges?
The Monica Ice
No,
collection.
Not at all. Yunli and I, we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Feixiao?
Y'all
Have you
know I
finished your
have
health
like a
consultation
headache
with the
because
dragon
I'm
lady?
having caffeine withdrawals. That cutscene gave me so much dopamine that I was like, I didn't feel it for like a couple minutes. But it's coming back. But I was like, whoa, like it like had, it was so cool that like.
Feixiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you're...
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yao Qing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Luofu, too.
The Merlin's Claw.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the Vanquishing General. Known to all and unbeknown to none.
I know of her. She's part of the Yas Squad.
Vanquishing General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Luofu, so I came up with a humble nickname.
I have
for
thought about some
myself.
Monica Ice emotes,
The
but I
Laughing General.
need to
Lacking
take
in
more pictures of
worries,
her.
Regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a befitting title that sounds both humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Feixiao for her guidance and bury the hatchet?
She's the same level as Jingwan for the other ships. For one of the other ships. Okay, I got you.
Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away again. By the way, we haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
The lacking general. Okay.
This is how now she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Feixiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jingyuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
I want to know why she got banished.
Thanks for stepping in, General Feixiao.
I mean, I
Otherwise,
know
I'd
she
have had to knock
explained
them
it,
out
but
with
there's
my
obviously another
incense.
reason.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's consultation?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not
Ooh.
forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the Dragon Lady if it weren't for me.
Oh.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
I saw those little red ones in the trailer for 3.0. I'm really excited about the characters, but I'm gonna take my time getting there.
Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours. So, what do you think?
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
I see.
But...
Optics.
I know you're going to say but, right?
Oh right, they're the ones who they're her like left and right hand.
But
man,
the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Luofu could be in a world of chaos.
this is how you know Feixiao is like really a diva, because she has an emo gay boy and a pastel gay boy on her left and right shoulder.
Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant, so at the very least, General Jingyuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having cordial chats with two generals?
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right?
A breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move. Okay, so this could be a really
Before
diplomatic
getting in touch
nightmare.
with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum. Recognizing this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now. Anyway, this is how I operate in battle, so you might as well get used to it.
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Jing Yuan is really interesting because he comes off as like really just kind of like, I mean, I think in the initial, if I recall, the initial like Xianzhou arc, he was very important, and you could tell that he carried a lot of responsibility in the universe as a character. But like this is really showing that he kind of is. The other general is kind of like, yeah, he has a reputation and he's like done weird things and like It really is starting to show him in a new light, which is kind of interesting to me.
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
The longest serving General period.
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Jiao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou's spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has always been myself.
She said, the only competition I have is myself, honey.
Enjoy some tasty food. So, what's for dinner tonight?
Hi, Sig. Sig has been enjoying the stream lately.
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend I've not seen for quite a long time.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome. I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay. You think so too,
Wait a minute,
right?
is that foreshadowing? Because doesn't she eventually get like a remake? Xianzhou swordplay is actually really cool. I like the style. I've been talking to my chat about it all day, y'all.
Can't you put a little more enthusiasm into it?
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I
Hi,
know
Karen.
there are
How are
always
you?
more skilled sword masters out there, seeing General Feixiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't underestimate yourself.
March will never
After
give me a
all,
set, girl.
Generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had when you single-handedly took on me and Blade, putting life and death aside. With that mindset, you can prevail against most challengers.
I know I've said it once and I'll say it again. I'll probably say it one more time in another instance. But Dan Hung's voice actor is one of the most unique voices I've heard in terms of like how he approaches this character. It's one of the most unique like anime video game characters. It's familiar, but it's so unique.
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Dan Hung. By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the Seat of Divine Foresight. He has something important to discuss.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Zhuming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Feixiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
Well, with Yun Li around, I've already accepted the fact that there will be chaos. She's gonna show up, steal something, hit somebody with that big old sword, and then tell them it's their fault.
Look no further.
I don't believe in ghosts.
Oh, honey. Who is this? Oh. Oh. No, because that's the latest in Mio. It must be Mio. It must be Mio.
Come on, draw.
It must be Mio.
Hey,
She was going somewhere and she was taking her time with it too. What did it say? I was thinking about that outfit. I didn't even read that. Okay.
Would you like me to relay your message?
Okay, Mr. Voicemail. It does, doesn't it, Pickled? I was watching a straight man stream a couple days ago and he randomly says, chat, who has the... Yeah, Xanto. We don't be getting down like that. We discuss the outfits, the makeup, girl. Speaking of which, the thing is that the people don't clock this stuff. People don't, I mean, we clock this stuff, but it's not clocked enough. The characters have different makeup. They have different eyeliner. Like, there's an eye shape, right? Like, she has a downturned eye, right? But she has an eyeliner. Look at how the eyeliner comes out. She has a little bit of, like, this isn't, like, red. This is, like, a brownish, orangish red that matches the eye, but still matches all of her color scheme. Feixiao has red, honey, and her eyeliner actually goes all the way down. Fugue has red, but her eyeliner doesn't go all the way down. She kind of does the same wing as Robin. This is the stuff that makes me like Hoyoverse games, because they even go down to the eyeliner shapes. It's like a Charmony does.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder White. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now,
Who has the best
I'd
bob
like
in
to officially
HSR?
introduce them.
That's a hard one.
These three braved great dangers, accompanying me into perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please feel free to...
Starry. That's funny.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yuchui for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Luofu to you.
I mean... Okay.
Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations.
He would be a cool
and
5-star.
rescued the Xianzhou Yuchui from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others.
That part right there feels like something we are all going through in the past 3, almost 4 weeks. They're happy to see something fail because it gives them some sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others.
But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
He even has eyeliner.
General Feixiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No, no. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
March, I am always, you know what? Every time March like says something like, I'm kind of confused, like in the story, I'm kind of like with her, like I'm trying to like put it together with her.
The marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Luofu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Feixiao's questioning. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Feixiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, since I'm being open and honest with you, I encourage you young folk to do the same. As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Feixiao will be the one asking the questions. To be honest, I'm more concerned about the timely start of the war dance. Oh, by the way...
So the Marshal asked the other two generals, to investigate the Ambrosial Arbor crisis after it had all happened. Okay.
Yes, it's this case right here.
I would have made you pray to me, yo. Would have showed you how to gag.
There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the Ringmaster's Challenge.
Cinnamon roll, Ineko. One day after dinner, while my...
The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Luofu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Luofu would be the Ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the Ringmaster?
Lingsha is just a young lady who doesn't know anything about martial arts.
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside. I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Zhuming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands, tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering...
It's a year's supply of cosmetics.
Such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yen Qing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Luofu as the Ringmaster. So it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the
General
word,
Huayan.
Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl.
The Charmony dub needs to be the girly pop tier
I don't think
list.
you can best Yen Qing.
That would be so funny.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Here, they are about to argue right in front of two generals, girl.
Yeah. And even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Jiming and challenge me in the ring?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be him.
It'll be death or disaster when these two clash, honey.
Not to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Me too, March. Every time they start March, I know you didn't notice this, but like, I've been trying to like wean myself off of caffeine lately because I have a big caffeine thing. Like, so this morning when we got off the ship, I didn't have a black cup of coffee that I normally have with Himiko, so I've been a little bit under the weather. But every time they talk, it's like the dopamine kicks in, and it's like really exciting. So like, I'm really excited to see them fight. Maybe it'll make me feel better.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Actually, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize,
What if it's me?
You'll need to work together.
If it's Neo Cosmetics, I want to win.
I want you to take...
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
Huh? Who? Wait, me?
I like this interlude. This is fun.
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome
Because
of your
like,
sword fight.
if March learns how to fight
Not teach her the art of swordplay.
with this swordplay technique, I kind of want her character now.
Oh, wait. Are you serious, General?
Because I was just saying, like, wouldn't Yang Qing's aesthetic be really cute if it was like in a more girly pop color scheme and aesthetic? Here we go.
Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me.
And she's free in this form. It's like she was made for this account. Just accept your fate, March.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Why is that suddenly voiced?
Yeah, you did say that. But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Oh, plus, I heard that each sword master has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that mean everyone's stuck in a stalemate and unable to end their fights during the war dance?
Oh, okay, comment.
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
That sounds like a pretty good one, Pickled. A pretty good list.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be?
Hi,
Plus,
Hammy.
what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yang Qing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yang Qing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yang Qing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to you to make the final decision, March.
You can do it. You're gonna
At
slay.
least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General Huayan.
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment.
I don't know why
for
she's
Miss
suddenly
March.
voiced here.
Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Oh, wait, you're giving me a gift? I should...
Oh, is she gonna get the sword? I bet she's gonna.
Huayan's
March is
gone.
gonna win and get the sword, isn't she?
Hey,
Ooh,
why
y'all
does
don't
something
spoil it.
feel off about what we... I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
Yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yun Li and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Luofu for some time. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log that was given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yun Li into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache.
I think HSR wanted to start giving Trailblazer a more integral part of the story with their voice than the whole AI strike happened. Oh, okay.
My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. Now, I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Feixiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
That's fine, Jingyuan. Hurry it up. All this politics talk, girl. Like, girl, I want to see people fight.
No
I
matter
wanna
what
go talk to Ling
happens,
Shep.
I'm
I
prepared
wanna
to
talk about
stay
lore.
here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
Hi, Beyonce
General.
Soul Boards.
I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but as the Luofu ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
In Orm Valley, Feixiao me.
The illustrious Merlin's claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Feixiao.
My favorite 4-star.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights. And I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Fall Fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying?
Again.
Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
From Pokemon.
Jiao Cho. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today.
I don't remember who Danshu is.
Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
Oh, okay, I got you, sorry.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here...
Let me catch up with that. Oh, he's from the Alchemy Commission. Oh, okay.
I imagine as your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Luofu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Luofu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces.
Oh, okay, I got you.
As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Luofu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lune to re-enter the Luofu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge Waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Luofu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for the best.
I understand. I'm sorry.
She just
I
got
was
all
out
the
of line.
tea.
I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am. The Luofu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lune, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for a long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements. A moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hule?
You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
Hule's a cool name.
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite...
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yao Qing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the shackling prison, facing unending retribution.
When she revived the big tree, which is a plague mark. The Feixiao follow the hunt who hate the abundance, so the fact that the ambrosial arbor was allowed to be revived on the Luofu was seen as a big failure by Jing Yuan, so he's under scrutiny. Okay, I just figured the ambrosial arbor being there is like what they don't want because it's like something that's happened before. So since it happened, they're like investigating it because they're like, girl, what happened and why didn't you get us involved? Because the nameless were involved in like getting it done. So I was like, I kind of got the hint that the heart, like the politics was a little bit off for them. Like that's what they had to investigate. But the Feixiao follows the hunt, not the abundance. Okay, I forgot about that part.
Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hulei's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns.
I know that they both have like a presence there, but the abundance was like a corrupted presence, much like how like the harmony was in Penacony, but then you had the order, which was like, we don't want that there.
That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
Ron May is a legend. I don't know anything about her, but every time she's brought up on the internet, people start getting a little bit crazy. I haven't been in an inn in this game in a very long time. Oh, the last time I was in an inn, I was actually in this. I was in an inn for like months, actually. Never mind. That's so meta, because inns are such like a running like thing in this, and then they did a whole arc about being in an inn and dreaming and
Did
sleeping
I
there.
oversleep? Where did March and Don Hung go?
How much time do we have? One more time? Let's do one more cutscene.
There you are.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Comet. Ron May was there. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't catch that.
It's an honor to learn from you, Master Yanqing. In all those immersions and novels I watched, when apprentices want to pay their respects to their masters, they usually bring fancy gifts, kneel, and bow. I'm really sorry, but I haven't prepared anything yet. Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me master. I need to, get used to it. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight.
I see. So they were looking to see if she was alive, but I mean, we have Fugue now, so I guess I had already assumed that something happened to Ting Yun, which I know there's a development at the end of the second part of this whole quest, like the second chapter of this quest. Okay, I got you. Ron May was there at the scene of the crime. Okay, I got you.
I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best. But if you break your master's rules...
Is it too late for regrets? I'm already regretting my impulsive decision.
Honestly, I'm not sure what I'll do either. Because I've never been a teacher before. So, Miss March, please behave and don't skip classes. Or complain.
You need to toughen up and train her properly, Master Yenching. Don't go easy on her.
You're so heartless. By the way, where's Yoon Lee?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
Seriously? It's the first day and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Mio boot camp.
Master Yoon Lee, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm
Okay,
just showing
yeah, I'm gonna
you
stop
what
after
Luofu
this.
etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu's swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Luofu's swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Ju-Ming swordmasters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you.
Ooh.
I hope you put it to good use.
That must be Mio.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Girl, pickled. The way that reads. It may be worth doing Ranmei's first interlude on the Herta space station before we do the last Penacony interlude prior to Emphorius. Hey, whatever. I mean, if it optimizes the story and if it means that we're going to prolong time until Emphorius gets voice acted, I don't mind.
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it. You're awesome, Master Yoon Lee! See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the essence of Ju-Ming swordplay
Hi,
so
Tsukuhime.
she can win the contest
We're
with
at the
my
end,
sword
but it's good to
skills.
have you.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yenching?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my
Maybe I
best
can
to
like
choose
watch
ones
like
that
a
look nice
YouTube video or
and
something.
are suitable for a
Ranmei's
beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yenching!
Bet you
thing.
didn't
I say
see
do all
that
the
one coming,
interludes,
did
but
you,
I like
Yoon
all the
Lee?
stories. I like them too, hear me.
The real competition is just getting started. I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird?
I know what Ranmei looks like. I remember her trailer. She like has the instrument, right? Yes.
So what do you think, masters? Does this
Yes.
outfit suit me?
I love that her hair got more dense. See, the gay in me is like, there's no way that she just naturally pinned her hair up like that. That's a weft. She added extensions to make her hair more dense so she could put those little pieces in.
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young
So which
swordswomen
one? So
like you and me.
did Yun Ling or Yang Qing give her the extensions? Which one?
All right, let's get started with the training.
Oh, March had them on
Person
hand.
next to
I
me
got
is a
you.
Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of
March
moves
put on the outfit. She said, "Let me get in my bag. I have a little web so I can do some ponies, some little pigtails."
Wait. We're having actual
Since when did she get a
combat
Dyson
training for
Airwrap?
the first lesson? Isn't that a bit
March
too
had that all in
intense?
the end. She had it all in her hotel room.
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start and what you need to learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
This form released with an event where you can get March's Eidolons, and it's pretty much her whole training arc. It's a pretty easy auto management event, so you can do it while doing something else. There's a second event in the other Eidolons too, but that one's a little bit longer and meatier, but if you want her E3, you can get it pretty easy off stream. Yeah, I'm really interested in it now. The build up around this is actually kind of cute, and it kind of contextualizes the character in a more girly pop way, and I really like it. So I'll probably look into getting this March. I'm gonna stop here. The next time we play, I wonder if I can. What if I want to do dailies? Let's just see. I think I stole the March. Yeah, I can just do dailies. Okay, it's fine. I'm just checking to see what this is like. Yeah, it'll just switch me to her POV. Okay, I got it. We're cool. Okay. Did I get any more stuff to boot? Any pulls? Let's see. Oh, I do. I have a pull. I got some achievements too. Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I'm gonna do her trial. I'm gonna do that lady's trial. This girl's trial. Gosh, I really need to lay down. I'm feeling sick. Let's do this trial. Let's do this trial. Let's do a pull, and then we'll be done. There's a Trailblazer spoiler. It's okay. I got spoiled on the other Trailblazer too. It's fine. Oh, this place is pretty. I want to look at the Trailblazer. Oh, I can't. Okay.
In tight contract.
Deals minor lightning damage, restores HP for Garment Maker. If Garment Maker is absent, summons the Memo Sprite. Garment Maker, it makes this unit immediately take action. So it'll heal it or summon. Summon the Memo Sprite Garment Maker, enabling Alchemy to enter the Supreme Stance state. Immediately take action and gain enhanced basic attack. So it seems like her summon does most of the damage here. And she kind of just like does like chip damage.
Welcome, customers.
Now why is Tingyan in here? I'll no, I want to see. I don't care. I want to see. Oh, I can have another summon. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
dunce.
I'm sick. I'm sick. This.
Let's be friends.
Ooh, okay. Okay, sorry, y'all. Sorry. Yeah, let's get into it. Oh my god. That is so cool. This is so cool. So I actually get to... Okay. Okay. Oh, I know Pom Pom is angry that this girl is here. I know Pom Pom hates this girl.
Let's be friends, shall we? You're in bad shape.
That is so cute. That is so cute.
Within my grasp. Thus, your fate and mine become one. All lies shall be revealed with perfect clarity.
This is cool. This is cool. I like this. That is so cool.
1,000 wonders to raise your spirits. Good omens. Fight as one.
All lies shall be revealed.
Wow.
So fragile, like a wisp of silk.
She's so cool. She's really camp. I like her. I like her. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that, and let's see if we can get a little magic pool of her. This I love that like really girly pop aesthetic and it being like kind of like a support. That is really cute. Really fun too, like writing out the things in the air. I like that. She's good for Herta. That's good to know. Okay. Ooh, I'm lagging. Poor Pella. I was really obsessed with Pella and she's collecting dust currently. Okay, Miss Chickenhead. Well, I don't know if I'll get her. I'm really happy with what I've got. She's really cool. But this is still working towards getting Pity anyway. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, let's say bye to the YouTube, everybody. YouTube girlies, I hope you had a good one today. I'm really enjoying this interlude. According to some of the people who were talking on the last Honkai VOD, I think we're all kind of having a good time here. Yes, honey. The girls,
This place is so warm.
the girls
It's
coming
like a
up for the
giant
war
fridge.
dance, the war dance sort of street fashion is just really sickening. So YouTube girlies, I hope you have a good one. Stay safe, stay sane, stay girly pop, and yeah. Bye YouTube.